Hey everybody, welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit's Day and Hobbies. I'm your host Bumblebee, and we're back on the beautiful Agora Models Optimus Prime G1 model. It is absolutely amazing to build this sucker. It goes together so easy. So easy that you should click on the links below. Oh, you like what I did there? Definitely click the links to Agora below. If you want some of the tools that litter my workbench or supplies that I use for other model stuff like electronical things and watching me burn myself on solder and crazy glue my fingers together, just hit that Amazon link there. There's the Buy Me a Coffee link. No one ever does that. I think one dude sent one thing once. It doesn't seem to be like Patreon. At Patreon, everyone goes to it, but then I got to do extra work. And I might be the dumbest modeling channel on YouTube, but I might also be the laziest. So I don't know what kind of extra special content I could put out. Either way, we've got pack 8. I gotta stiffen up the workbench. I know I'll hear complaints from at least one guy. Pack 8 of Optimus Prime. This is the lower leg cladding. I'm not sure which leg. Left leg. You know how much information you can get from reading instructions? It's amazing. So we're gonna work on the left leg. And honestly, if I'm feeling randy, I'm just going to do pack 9 because it's a mirror image of the left leg doing the right leg. And when we did the inner leg frames, we did them both in one pack, and that was satisfying. When we did the feet, we did both of them in one pack, and that was, again, it was satisfying. If I just have one clad leg and one naked leg, I won't be able to sleep at night. So I'm probably going to do pack 8 and 9 on this video. No detail really required on the second leg unless I find something different, just like I did with the leg frames, where we had to jog the wiring a different way. Either way, let's get started unboxing these. Holy God. This is not a light box, and these are not, I don't have little girly hands. I'm not one of those Japanese cafe maids. I'm a 6 foot tall man. But yeah, there's tray 1. There is tray 2, just as absolutely massive. And here is tray 3. So not a million parts, and they're all extremely huge. So hopefully this goes together pretty swiftly. But we're gonna get this big box, and we're just gonna carelessly toss it over the top of our heads onto the floor behind me for to deal with another time. And tray 3, I think I'll put over to the side. Tray 3. Oh, I actually have extra space now to put things like parts trays. The instructions, we're going to put them aside here. Oh my God. Oh boy. These are some big honkin' parts. My gosh. Okay, so this is showing me all the parts. I'm scrolling. And it's mostly assembling. So I don't need the actual leg frame just yet. So we're going to start screwing things together. Hopefully not screwing them up too bad. And we're going to need a little crazy glue at times because there's some metal mesh involved. We have our number of screwdrivers here, a number 0 and a number 1, a hobby knife for to cut the bags open. And man, metal. Very nice. I love the paint job on this thing. Look at that. That beautiful mica blue. That is just one really hot paint job that I'm going to try to duplicate on my Tamiya tractor trailer truck build. So I got Tamiya's mica blue and mica red, and I'm hoping that these are a good enough close-ish match to whatever Agora used on Optimus. This is a plastic, looks like a fender. Oh, and it's look at that shape. It's that angular, because I'm doing fenders on my Tamiya truck. I ordered custom aluminum, well, not custom, but Hong Kongsium aluminum fenders. Let me not take all the bits out that I don't need. I'm going to get this little white plastic thing. We're going to take all our screw hardware out and put that over here. Those lovely stainless steel Allen bolts are absolutely a joy to work with. And we have 2 pieces of metal mesh. So they're both identical, so it doesn't matter which one we use now or which one we use later. There we go. And we're just going to start with getting this mesh piece onto its 3 little holes down here. And then, yes. And then we're going to push this down after we put a little crazy glue onto those 3 blue pegs. So let me get that done and I'll be right back. Alrighty then, we've got this bit glued on there. Nice and easy. Gives us that, look at that nice photo etched metal. So it's painted photo etched metal for those mesh screens, which is very nice. We're going to take this chunky boy, and you can see the inside is just plain black plastic. The outside's got that nice mica finish, basically, the metallic sheen to it. We're just going to fit this in the hole. It only goes in one way, and the text messages just keep rolling in tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. And where the heck is my 3-in-1 oil? Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's pump up our 3-in-1 oil a little bit. And pumpy the 3-in-1 oil. So for everything going into metal other than any screws with the blue thread lock pre-applied, a little bit of 3-in-1 is your friend. Even though all the screws in this kit have been very easy to put in so far, I still am doing it out of sheer habit. I don't think I magnetized that screwdriver, did I? And this, yeah, I need the 0. Okay. You got to use a VH brand magnetizer to magnetize your VH brand screwdriver. Only if you're a feminine cleaning product nozzle like I am. I'm such a brand snob sometimes. It really, you know, I have my faults. Everyone does. And it's my unhealthy obsession with fancy screwdrivers and power tools. It really, well, and also extremely expensive partworks models. You know, honestly, the Agora ones are, I think, the cheapest of the bunch, pretty much. Overall, you do the math on some. I almost forgot with all my lip flapping. You want to just touch that thing into the oil, and then we got to do. Oh, this new screwdriver makes. Yeah, so I think I have a link in my Amazon store. This is a VH PH0, which is the most commonly used screw size on this kit besides the M2.5, which of course I also have a VH screwdriver for. But I just ordered this because I was screwing some of these screws in to this, not this plastic, but some of the tougher plastic on Optimus with a skinnier handled screwdriver. I was finding was really fatiguing, and this has a bit more of a purchase on it because this is like one of their normal screwdriver line, not their micro screwdriver line. But yeah, good purchase and not even that expensive, like I think 11 bucks or something. You're already spending, you know, a bit of money. 7 more screws and we'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. So back to the only confusing thing about this model is the naming convention for the screws. You know, I just PWB. PWM means it sounds like partwork metal. PWB sounds like black, and P maybe plastic. I don't know. We got this plastic bit that we have to put into these 2 holes here, and then we need a couple PWB 2.6 by 8 screws here and here. I'm going to get those in, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, we're going to get another big component put together. We're going to get the fender here. Well, that's what I'm calling it. Yeah, okay, and we're going to take these two little fellas here, and really they'll only go in one side. Get out of there. So you know, if you try to put them backwards, it's going to look stupid. So you put it in so the little vents face out. Sits in there nicely. We're going to take the rear plate. We're going to slap her down in here. Okay. Make sure it clicks a little if need be. And then we're going to use the PB 2.6 by 8 screws, not the PWB. Those had like a flange on them. And I think we're officially done with... Well, we're not. No, yeah, I forgot. There's that other little piece of photo etch mesh. We'll save that for the other side of the leg. And we're going to get a bunch of these screws in there, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, we're back, and I'm not even looking at the screen anymore. We got this little piece done with 5 of those screws. We're going to put it into these 2 holes here, and then from the back here and here, a couple of these PWB 2.6 by 8 screws. And this plastic is nice and solid. So I broke out a slightly larger handled screwdriver because it's cold down here, and the crab hands kind of set in here and there every now and then. I'm gonna get that other screw in there. Then what we're gonna do is take our assembly here. We're gonna plop that on there, and then 8 more of those PWM 2x6 screws are gonna go in with a little oil. So I'll be right back after a little more screw twisting. All right, so we got our 8 screws in. We got to get 2 of the these M3x8 screws, one here and one here, each with one of these really cringy to hold sawtooth locking washers. We say locking washer. You should go watch a YouTube video about locking washers. It's really interesting which of them lock and which of them don't. It was actually not super surprising, but it was interesting for sure. But in plastic, this should do. And we're not going to be driving Optimus around. So that's it for tray 1 and basically step 4. And we got to put in another, we got to put one more screw in over here, actually, a PB 2.6x8. And PB 2.6x8. So many, there we go. A lot of screws. Lots of screws. Let's get this guy in. And that goes into this little bottom hole right here. Lots of screws holding this thing together, and this is beefy. This is very beefy. Okay. Ah! Hello, Butterfingers. Heavy part. And you know these are axles. These are going to be wheels. They're not in pack 8 or pack 9, but maybe pack 10, 11, or 12. Because it's got to be in 10, 11, or 12. So yeah, let me go get out the other parts tray, and we'll get started on the other side of this monster-sized freaking calf he's got going on. Yeah, Optimus is going to have cankles, that's for sure. He's going to be pretty beefy. All right, be right back. Alrighty, our little photo etch mesh is glued in there, and it looks very nice. Damn, the camera does this paint job justice. It is really sparkly and awesome. It's a little deeper blue in person than you're seeing on screen. I guess the overhead LED shop lights are kind of blowing it out a little. But then we're going to take this part with a little, all these little towers facing up. We're going to put it right in this opening here, line her up with all the screw posts, and then 8 PWM 2x6 screws are going to hold that in place all around the perimeter, and we'll be right back. All right, so those 8 screws are in, and now we've got to grab something out of tray 3 here. We're almost done with tray 2, but of course, like all good part works, you got to shuffle around every now and then for a part. We need this clear silicone rubber, it appears, friction ring, for lack of a better term. And we're going to shove it into this hole right here for obvious reasons, for to have friction. Then we will take this big mamma jamma and slam her down, not really slam her down, but you know what I mean. Place it here. There's a post that has to go in this hole, and everything clicks into place nice and easy. And then we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. We're going to use 8 PWM 2x6 screws, and then 2 of those M3x8 with the scary sawtooth washers here and here. I'm going to get those screwed in real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, and this side's all screwed down as well. Nice. Nice and easy. We're going to take this part that we did first. We've got the left leg out. You know it's the left leg because if you're staring at it, the toes will be on this side. Okay, so that's I'm looking at it, toes are on this side. Okay, so the toes are to my left. We have little toe lights, his little slipper night lights. We're going to take this massive chunk and orient it like so. And then there's those 4 pegs right there, and there's those 4 indentations. And we're going to put them right in there. There we go. And then we need 4 of these PB 2.3x8 screws. to go into 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. I'm going to get those screwed in, and I will be right back with you. All right, so those are all screwed in. Oh man, this thing's getting big. So what we're going to do is get our wire out of the way. We're going to lay this feller down. It is so damn big. And we're going to take this, and now there's 4 posts right here, and we're going to line them up. Doesn't seem to be a locating peg on here. So just kind of line it up with the bottom of the other one. And then we're going to take our 4 M3 by 10 hex screws and get it into these 4 holes here with a scary saw washer. Okay? And I'll be right back. Alrighty. Oh man. Oof. That thing's getting mighty heavy. But yeah, let's carry on. We're gonna take this little black thingy here with all these little vents, and there's these 4 posts here. It pops right on there, and then 4 PWB 2.6 by 8 screws, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, we're gonna take this big chunk of metal. Whew, yeah, nice. And oh look, they put a little piece of clear plastic to protect the silver paint finish on this part from getting marred up, which is quite nice. And there's these 2 holes at the top, and these things stick back and they just go right on there like that. And then we're gonna put 4 PWM 2x6 screws in here, and as usual, BRB. All right, all screwed in. That's cool. That's a nice part. I like that. Now we're gonna take this other hefty chunk of die-cast metal, and we're gonna take this plasticky thing here, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna line up those posts, and that's how it should line up perfectly flush there. I pinched my finger with the pliers the other day, all right? Fine, I'm a clumsy oaf. Like, people didn't know that. And then 4 3x8 screws, no oil on these because they are already have a dried form of thread lock applied. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, and I will be back with you very shortly. All right, so that's assembled. Now what we're going to do is take these 2 big parts, and we're going to put them together right here, just like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, our 4 remaining M3 by 8, stainless steel hex bolts, screws, are going to go in to 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll be right back. All right, and that big giant honking chunk of metal and plastic is screwed together. It just fits together so superbly. The hardware in this kit is absolutely beautiful. The holes are even threaded really nice. These 2 posts will go in these 2 holes here. Those are your locating points. And then just push down. And then we're going to need to get... yep, there we go. Might need to, give it a little bit of a squeeze while you're getting those holes lined up in the middle there. And we're going to put, first of all, 2 2.6 by 8 screws here, and then 2 2.6 by 8 screws on either side in the same location. So I'll get those in, and I will be right back. Alrighty, those screws are in. Now we got to dig into our tray 3. Under this light blue part, and under this thing, is this little guy here. And that is going to go right in here to cover these 2 front screw holes. And that really fits nice and tight. No glue required. Then we have these 2 parts here. And these will go, let's see if they go here and here. Or they go, nope. This one, yeah, this one goes here. And that squeezes in place nicely without any glue. And the same on this side, squeezes in place nice without any glue, covers up those screw holes. Lovely. And now we got to dig up some magnets. So we've got these 2 little plates here, numbered 3 and 4. And there should be Yes. On the little yellow circly thing, got a couple of tiny magnets. And what we're going to do is we're going to put those in the two little cavities here with a dab of crazy glue on the bottom. Focus! Yeah, frack. There we go. Come on, camera. Do your job. You have one job. To focus. We're going to put those in with a tiny dab of CA glue, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Well, now that those are glued in, they really only go in one way. So, you know, when you go to put them in, you just put the little pin in that smaller hole back there, and then just, there you go. And they magnet themselves in place. They'll also crazy glue themselves to your fingertips when you're gluing in the magnets, if your name is Ian. There we go. So that is done. And we're going to take this blue guy here. And, oh, jeez, this thing is absolutely getting massive. Now we're going to work on the back of the calf here, the cankle area, and we're going to put that on there, and then two PWB 2.6 by 8 screws. So those are the black plastic screws with a little flange. I'll get those in and be right back. Okay, we're going to take our last big metal plate, I think, from tray 2, and we're going to place this on top of that, and then 4 more PWB 2.6 by 8 screws, which is, you know, pretty much most of the screws we have left are PWB 2.6 by 8. Again, these screw names, I don't know, but I'll get them in. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, and I'll be right back. All right, well, those are screwed in there, and man, this thing just fits together so great. I mean, Airfix can't even build a kit out of just plastic that fits together. You got Agora over here making perfect G1 Optimus Primes of metal, plastic, mixed media, as they say in the art world. We're going to take this little black plate and this little rectangle thing, and let's see. Oh, surprise, surprise. They fit together perfectly. See? Not surprised. Then we're going to take this cool part with the yellow paint inlay, and that's going to go in there. Now they do have some red, glue parts. So I'm going to just do dabs of crazy glue on the back of all these pins just to make sure they stay firmly together. They feel pretty good. I don't think they need to, but better safe than sorry. Glue my fingers back to the model for like the 3rd time tonight. Be right back. Okay, and we're in the home stretch. We're going to take our filler panels. This thing does an amazing job of covering up the screw holes really discreetly. I like it a lot. We're going to get this little peg in its little home. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's a nice tight fit. Oh, it's a raised panel when you're done with it. It's got like a little bit of a lip around it. Yep, that won't go in anymore. It's supposed to be a raised panel. We're going to take this, and we got 2 slots here. This just easily snaps into place. Very nice. Okay, and then we're going to put the leg over on this side. Be careful with this. This is the only part I'm slightly worried about breaking before the wheels are on. Once the wheels are on, they're going to rest. It'd rest on there. But just be a little ginger. And we're going to take this leg filler panel, and it has 2 pegs and 2 holes here. And we're just going to stand her up and snap that into place beautifully. Ah, there we go. At last, I thought I was done screwing things together. Got to take this and put that together with a couple PWB 2.6 by 8 screws, and we'll be just about done. Be right back. Okay, and that part's together. A couple screws, nice and easy. Then we're going to take it, and you can see it's got a hole made for it. There we go. And we're going to shove that right in there. Perfect. That's what that little silicone friction tube was for before. And there we go. Look at that ridiculously giant. Manhandling my Optimus leg, I managed to pop that off. But it's supposed to be able to pop off if you needed to unscrew it in the future. So just keep that in mind. Now, my God, this thing is just mahoosive. And the joints are like nice and tight. But yeah, there we go. Let's lay her down on this side. Man, that is a big, beefy thing. There we go. Whew. Okay. You know what though? It went together really easy. This is got to be the easiest building part work I have ever touched at this workbench. It just goes together so nicely. So now, Pack 9, the right side leg, is basically the identical construction to this, in the fact that, oh man, wow. Oh yeah, this is going to be a posable figure. Oh yeah, articulation is very solid. Nice. Tiny bit of wobble in there, but not much. Side to side. It's looking good. Whoa, she goes all the way over. Oh, he could almost do the splits, I think, when we're done here. Whew! If the hips have any action going on, I don't think he'll do a full split. I really don't. But, get you some giant Optimus. I'll actually finish up the video with the other leg done and a little size comparison to maybe another Optimus Prime that I have in the collection. I'll be back, people. Well, holy heck, I just discovered a feature here, and this is a very, very stump-looking thing. You can pull this peg out, extend the leg, put the peg back in to get a little more height on a particular leg. And that could be handy for different poses, or just making your Prime a wee bit taller. I think it looks a little gappy in the upward position, just standing there. But, oh yeah, that is cool. And there you go. You learn something new every day. Well, almost every day. I barely ever learn anything new. I'm just finding out mistakes. I just learn. I don't know what I'm doing. Either way, we'll be back with the right leg done, and have some fun. I'll see you in a sec. Well, ba weep, gragna weep, nitty bong. They're done. Both sides of the legs. This one went together exactly like this one, just the mirror image. So it was like you're reading the same instructions, just they're just mirrored. These suckers are massive. They're over a foot tall. This is basically where I guess the knee technically is to the floor. And then you can extend this ankle. So like I said, you pull out these little yellow plugs and you can shove the foot in. And this makes it very stable and doesn't allow much movement at all. And then when you put it in the lower position, this allows you to fully articulate the ankle in all directions. So this is for posing in dynamic poses. And this is if you want them just standing there at attention like a royal guard, basically. So that's that. They're massive. Oh my God. You don't understand the gravity, pun intended, until the feet are basically 9 inches, or 8 3/4 inches long at the sole. It's just, and I weighed them. I actually weighed these legs. They're a tick over 6 pounds each leg. There is a lot of metal in this thing. This is going to be fighting with some other part works for the heaviest part work of all time, I think. I think it's going to outweigh most of them handily. I don't know. I mean, it might be a close call with the white ambulance based. We're doing the Ecto 1 also. That's going to be utterly ridiculously heavy. But I don't think it's going to outweigh. It's definitely not going to outweigh Agora's Zero Fighter, and it is going to weigh probably twice as much as their Leopard 2 battle tank. This thing is crazy. Either way, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm so stupid excited to do Pack 10 on this workbench and show everybody. I can't wait. Unfortunately, they are firing at shipping container vessels in that part of in some other part of the world, and it is delaying things a bit. So hopefully we get all our stuff on time. But either way, thanks for coming. Adios. Bye, everybody.